My cheating ex-girlfriend returned after I dumped her. Not only did she cheat on me, but she also burnt me. My disgusting cheating ex cheated on me and gave me something. It was curable. I got rid of it, but I was so ticked off that I wanted to take her off of this earth. I was telling my friends that I was going to do it, but they all calmed me down. I just couldn't believe this. She was lying to me, deceiving me behind my back, my girlfriend of 3 years. I'm 27 years old. I recently graduated from graduate school. I met her at my college. She was studying to get her bachelor's at a different school. I met her at an event. I'm part of an organization where we meet up with other organizations from other schools, come together and fight for college students. That's an entire different story, but that's basically what we do. I met my girlfriend at this event. She kept telling me how she loved my hair and basically was flirting with me the entire time. It was quite obvious that she had a crush on me or wanted me, so I asked her out. I was only 24 at the time, but I just started graduate school and I was in a 3-year-long program. She was a sophomore at her college. Her school was a little over an hour from my school, so us meeting up and seeing each other wasn't hard. I should have known not to date her, though. I was an undergrad once before, heck, even in the master's program. I see how these students are. They get to school and just go buck wild. I remember my freshman year, my parents was taking me to school to unload and move into my dorm room. We were driving through the streets, and there's just girls walking, butt cheeks out, Daisy Dukes, some literally half naked. Some girls had bikinis on, sunbathing in their yard, women walking around half naked. It's like these girls go to college and they're away from mommy and daddy, and it's time to get buck wild. And that's what they did. I remember us driving, and my mom told me, after seeing these girls, if you're going to have sex, please use protection. Just like we taught you. You see all these girls showing off their body? They're doing it with everybody. You know this, right? Any girl who wants to show their body like that will give it to anyone if they desire. Son, please don't mess with these women. Son, I'd rather you work hard in school and then wait for marriage to do that type of thing. I actually was listening to my mother, and I wanted to do that. I didn't want to go sleeping around with any and everybody, especially these types of girls, So by graduation, I never had sex. I didn't even have a girlfriend. But my first year in my master's program is when I met my ex-girlfriend, Vanessa. I guess I just really wanted a relationship, to be honest with you. I had never been in a relationship, high school or college, never done it. I've kissed a girl before at prom. That's about it. So I really craved companionship. If I was going to even have sex at all, I'd rather at least be in a relationship with someone I trust. So Vanessa and I met. She didn't seem like a bad person. I didn't suspect that she was like the girls I saw my freshman year or even throughout my undergraduate program, but I guess she's at a totally different college. She can be however she wants to be at the college, but when she's around me, she can try to act different and put on a front. That's exactly what she did. I thought she was a good girl, a girl with morals, a woman that respected herself. Not at all. Not from what I learned. I learned from her friends, other people at her college, and I found out who she was cheating on me with, and when I kept having problems downstairs, and I went to the doctor, I wanted to off her. Seriously, I did want to. Vanessa and I started dating monogamously, supposedly very quickly. And when we started to have sex, it was my first time. I never did ask her if it was her first time. She didn't even ask me if it was my first time, but we did it, and I always used protection, just like my mother told me to, until one time. I guess that's all it takes, right? But initially, I had no desire in having children while at school. She was on birth control, but still, I used protection, just to be safe. We'd go long periods without seeing each other. There's been breaks without each other. But of course, we both were focused on our studies, so when we were away for school, we were away for school. We didn't bother each other or hassle each other. We both understood each other because we both were in school. I'm going to speed up to 3 years of us being together. For whatever reason, this night, I decided to go in without a condom. I didn't have any on me. I could have gone and got some, but we were there. We were in the moment. And I remember her saying, "You don't trust me or something?" Because I was hesitant to do it. And I was trying to make out and just play around a little bit, but she wanted to have sex, so I did it. I will say it was phenomenal. It was my first time doing it. It felt amazing. I remember thinking, actually, I said this when we were laying there. I've been missing out. She told me she enjoyed it too, and it was her first time doing it without a condom. Lies, lies, lies. That very next day, I just had a weird feeling down there, sort of like a tingle. It was beginning to become a pain, and it was just very, very uncomfortable. I didn't know what was wrong, and I could not stop urinating. It was just constant urination. I was worried, so I called my parents. I told them that I just couldn't stop going to the restroom, and I didn't know what was wrong. My dad was asking me some questions. Then my mom started asking me a bunch of questions, and my mom asked me if I've been having sex, and I couldn't lie to my mom. I told her the truth. I said yes. She asked me, did I always use protection? I said yes, but this last time I did it without one, with my girlfriend Vanessa. They know Vanessa. Mom said, so this entire time, you and Vanessa been having sex, right? I said yes. She said this one time, you didn't use a condom. Now you're having this problem, correct? Yes. My mom says, you're going to the doctor. Vanessa gave you something. I started crying on the phone. I was terrified. What the heck is this? I was so freaking scared, man. I got my doctor's appointment. My mom was right. I had to take some medication for a couple weeks, and everything was good, but still, I was ticked off. I confronted Vanessa. I told her that I went to the doctor, and I told her what the doctor said. She tells me how I must have been cheating on her because she doesn't have anything. She's completely clean. Why is she not having any issues, but I am, she said. I couldn't explain, but I know good and well I haven't slept with anybody. She just started asking me, do I sit on toilet seats without the paper covers and all types of dumb stuff? I couldn't get what I got from a freaking toilet seat. She told me that basically I was lying and I must have cheated. Maybe I was drunk and don't remember. I don't get that drunk. I'm not that type of person, so I started doing some investigating because basically she started to gaslight me. In a way, it was working. I was questioning myself. Did I sleep with someone? She really had me questioning myself, guys. I even thought of, what if I was sleepwalking and I slept with someone? It was just stupid stuff I was thinking about, but I had to slap myself and come to my senses. She lying. She's a cheater. She has something and maybe she doesn't know it. That's what it turned out to be. So I decided to pop up on her one day. She didn't know I was coming. Told me she was going to have a busy weekend and we weren't going to talk as much because she had to study and do some other stuff for the organization. I knew she was full of it. I should have just broke up with her when I went to the doctor and found out I had something. But it's like I needed to know what she was actually doing and who she was doing it with. But it was stupid of me, guys. Anyone listening going through this or does go through something like this, if that happens, just leave. Ghost her. It's not even worth it. Anyway, we kept a relationship going after that. I know. Tell me how dumb I am. We didn't sleep together ever again, but I guess I just needed more proof. So I show up where the organization meets. Like I said, I've been there before, and I know the organization she's part of. We're pretty much part of the same one, just different campuses. I go there, and at the time she said she'll be there. No one's there. There's no scheduled meetings at the meeting room. You have to sign up to have that room for a certain amount of time. She wasn't there. I'm walking around her campus. Miraculously, I run into her friend who is also a part of the organization. I asked her, hey, so you guys got this going on this weekend, right? She says, no, we don't have anything going on. How are you? What are you doing down here? Are you with Vanessa? I said, yeah, I was just with her, but I can't seem to find her now. Where the heck she go? I just saw Vanessa. Did she just leave you? Yeah, I was looking at something in the space building. She told me she'd be right back. I thought she just turned the corner or something. She left the building, I guess. Why'd she do that to me? Vanessa's friend just laughs and says, "Hey, I'll take you to her. She took me to one of the cafes." She said, yes, she's definitely in there somewhere, but I gotta go there and find her all right. I go inside the cafe, see her there sitting on the lap of some guy. This dude is feeding her fruit. I'm just staring at her, so she definitely is cheating on me. I don't know what you're talking about, gaslighting me. So I sat there and waited for a minute, thinking of what I was going to say, and then I saw her lean down and kiss him. They started making out right there. That's when I walked over and confronted Vanessa. "Hey, are you having a good time?" She jumps off of the guy's lap. The guy tries to pull her back and says, "Who's this guy?" I said, "I'm her boyfriend," and the guy says, "Boyfriend, you didn't tell me you had a boyfriend." I said, "Yeah, she probably didn't tell you about the STD either." This guy looks like he was stunned. "What STD? What the F are you talking about?" I said, "Dude, have you slept with her?" "So yeah, I've been sleeping with her. We've been messing around together for a year and a half." I said, "Wow, we've been together exclusively for 3 years. Do you use condoms?" He said, "Yeah, up until recently." I said, "Sir, please go get tested." I just did, and now my life is over. I made it sound more dramatic than what it was. I said, "Good luck to you, sir." Then I walked away. This guy is screaming. "What the F are you talking about? What is it?" I'm walking away towards the door, and all I could hear was this loud smack. The cafe wasn't full, but the few people in there all gasped. This dude smacked the crap out of Vanessa. I didn't turn around to help. I just walked out. I went home. I knew he'd be good, but I kind of wanted to scare him a little bit because I was a little ticked off at him too. I shouldn't have been. I should have just been mad at her. She blew my phone up for weeks. She even showed up at campus. She came to my apartment too, begging me to take her back, begging me to forgive her. She first was at the back door in the kitchen, then she freaking tried climbing through my window, yelling through it. She swore she'd gone to the doctor 3 times and nothing. She was a freaking liar. She didn't go to the doctor at all. This is also confirmation that she was passing around bull crap to people. So I ran into one of the people in the organization, again, not the same person I saw on her campus, but we were doing an event together with another college as well. Big crowd. But I was talking to him and he was telling me how she dropped out of the organization and a lot of people aren't friends with her because that guy, I suppose it was the guy she was sitting on the lap of, that guy told everyone that she gave him an STD. Luckily, it was curable. Everybody was taking the condom off with her and was catching things. Who else? Who knows who else she was dealing with? But that guy was spreading the news around the school so everybody would know. She was embarrassed and ticked off about it. Also, the day she tried climbing through my window. She asked me to marry her. My roommates heard everything. She told me she wants to marry me, and from the window asked if I'll be her husband. It was pitiful. I honestly don't have much desire to be in a relationship anymore. It's not for me. I'm not going to waste my time. I just can't trust anyone. I have to trust someone with my health. Basically, trust that they're not going to sleep with someone else and be reckless with their bodies bringing home things to me. It's just not worth it. Or even hearing about people getting married and having children, and then while the wife or even the husband decides, I want to move on and be single or go be with someone else. You ever heard someone say, well, we have the right to change our mind? Which is true, but when it comes to marriage and a family, I just feel like it's a very selfish thing to decide, hey, I don't want this family anymore because I want another family, or I want to be single again. I don't want to be married anymore. What was the point of going through those vows? I want to be with you. Honestly, when someone says that, I think it's just them saying I love you for now. I'm not going to love you forever, so it's just a waste of time to get into a relationship. I have fun and I enjoy people, but I don't want to get committed to anyone, and I'm not taking the dang condoms off again. These women are just gross. I tell you, My ex did not go to a doctor. She didn't even prove it to me. I remember even asking her when she first told me she'd gone. I asked to see her my chart and prove the test she claimed she'd just taken. Her reply to me was, "Well, that's my personal business, and you are making this weird. Let's just drop this bull crap and move on." Today, I am happy and healthy. I live my career, and I also am an adjunct professor. My focus is work and treating my body like a temple. I don't want someone coming along to harm it. All I hear today, mainly on podcasts, are women saying they need men to pay all of their bills and all they bring to the table is themselves. No way, Jose. Dude, I'm glad you're okay, and I'm glad you got out of that situation. That was, she's disgusting. She's a liar. She's a cheat. You said it in the beginning how, yeah, she can show me something in my face, but she's going away to a school an hour away. Man, she was there getting buck wild. Little nasty butt. Getting buck wild with everybody. Everybody she's finding attractive. She was one of those girls when you were pulling into undergrad and you're seeing those girls sunbathing in the yard, showing off their cheeks and trying to show off for guys. She was doing that at her school when she first, moved in. That's just how she was. Nasty, nasty girl. And you took it off, man, and she gave you something. You should have knew right then and there. It was over. When you said, I needed more proof. Come on now. She's the only one you're dealing with. You take it off and you start having issues. Come on. It's her. Oh, it's not me. I don't know what you've been doing. You got it from a toilet seat? Really? Yeah, you should have left her alone, man. But I don't know. You said you needed proof. You got your proof and boom, you dumped her. You just had to see her with somebody, I guess. I don't really understand that, but it is what it is. Guys, let me know what you think about this in the comments. I'm going to catch you guys at the next one.